Everybody on this side. All right. First of all, we have to free our foot. This is what it looks like. So we've seen some movements there that we've already seen, right? We've seen them from the handcuffing platform. So what am I doing here now? Which is that. So if you notice, when we are ending in this shoulder lock, go back up. Over here. Okay, in order to handcuff, is I have to free this foot. So I bring my body towards the head. See how I shift my hips? This makes this foot come out here. Now I can actually scoot back in here and I can take the submission this way. This is what we learned in other classes, right? Handcuff. Hands on the back side of the wrist. Wrap around your own leg. Elbow and foot out. Lazy get up. Roll up on your elbow, your hand. Base, base. Drop your knee. Lift your hips towards the opponent's head. Wishy-washy your foot back. Close the space. And behind the elbow. Stand up. Step out. Roll and tuck. Drop the knee. Wrist lock. Combat crunch that we've already seen. So the guys that have been with me, you have one extra movement. It's to remove your foot from underneath the shoulder. Right here. In order to do that, as I just drop here on this elbow, now this foot comes out. Now I can reassume this position. Okay? The handcuff. Get the submission. Hands on the back side of the wrist. Dan's wearing a wristwatch. Both of my palms of my hands are on that wristwatch. I wrap it around my own leg. Now I do what's called the lazy get up, as my foot and my elbow come out. All right? I don't want to use my core muscles. I'm lazy, I'm old, okay? I want to use my body to help me up. So I do the lazy get up. I'm here on my elbow, I come to my elbow, my hand, my fingers pointed away. I don't want to put my weight on top of my wrist. From here, very important, point the knee down, okay? This helps open up my hips. My hips are gonna lift up this way. This allows me to pull this foot back and close the space. Now hand here on the back of the arm, the elbow, stand up, out, roll and tuck, drop the knee, wrist lock. What are the most common mistakes? Okay? Getting really tripped up with getting this foot out. Okay? You have to change where your body weight is to get this out. All right? So I have to move my body weight this way to put my weight on this hip to free this leg out. So if you can't get your foot out, it's because you haven't moved your body weight this way. Okay? Now with the handcuffing procedure, we wrap. Most people will get this right. All right? The lazy get up and the leg switch are going to be the hardest part for people when they first learn this. This leg and this foot comes out, my elbow comes out. Lazy get up is I roll up on my elbow and my hand. Right here is the most important attention to detail that you need to be. See how my knee is up? You need to turn this down and you need to open up your hips towards your opponent's head. Because I'm going to lift my hips up to retract this leg back to get to this spot here. If you do not do that, okay, and you're here, if you leave this knee up, see how I can only move this far? I have to turn my knee down, which is a fundamental principle of what? Staying in base. Okay, this is the movement that I show constantly. I have to lift my hips up. Now look at the space. Now I can just slide my foot on the mat and close the space here. Now from here, hand goes behind the elbow, and up, step out, roll and tuck, drop the knee, wrist lock. What does it look like here without a training partner? We're in this position here. We got the submission, okay? All right? I needed to free this foot out. So I roll up on my elbow here, putting my weight on this hip, where I can pull this out and bring it across his body. Now I can pull the arm scoot in, and I can take the submission again if I want. The handcuff. Hands on both backside of the wrist. Grabbing that wristwatch. Wrap around your own leg, closest to their head. Okay? All right, from here, leg, elbow go out. Lazy get up, roll up on your elbow, hand, fingers pointed away. Again, most important detail, drop your knee and look towards your opponent's head. Lift your hips up. Now look at this movement. This is what we need. It's not this. All right? When my hips are up, I can wishy-washy that leg back. Now I can close the space. My hand here is in back of the elbow. Stand up, step out, roll and tuck, drop the knee, wrist lock, combat crunch. Okay? Any questions?